Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm here today for my January 2022 TBR. So this year I decided to go back to one of my previous TBRs that I've done in the past and have tweaked it a little bit. And that is Uno. So I played this a few times in the past. And I'm bringing it back. So I'm going to go through all of the rules and everything, and then get into Uno, choosing my TBR for January. So basically what I'm going to do is roll a D12 dice, and that's how many cards I'm going to pick out in the beginning. Um, and I am going to cap it at 20 cards. That's the most I could have. So, yes. And as I get back to reading, I will probably up it to a D20 dice and then cap it at 30. But I have not been reading 20 books a month. So I'm doing the D12 first. So yes, and each card has posted on it. Oh, most of the cards have posted on it, and that's the prompt. Um, there are going to be some rewards and punishments. I'm not quite sure what the punishment is going to be quite yet, but the reward is if I finish the books for the month, I will then be able to reduce a +2 or a +4. So if I get a +2, I don't have to pick 2 cards. If I get a +4, I will only have to pick 2 cards. So essentially it removes 2 books. So yes, that's pretty much all of the rules that I could think of right now. If I think of anything else, I'll mention it in February, but I think that's everything. And I may tweak the rules as I go. But yes. So, each card, has 4 different colors. There's 4 different colors in this deck. So, blue is going to be audiobooks. Purple is bookbox/physical books. Pink is KU, Kindle Unlimited, and green is Kindle. And each of the colors have some standard cards, which is the reverse card, which just means a TBR redo. So whatever the color is, I am just going to pick a book that has been on many of my TBRs, and I've just not got into it. The +2 is add 2 books, so essentially pick 2 more cards and so forth. Wild card is just going to be a mood read. A wild card +4 is just 4 books, add 4 books, draw 4 cards. The skip is just skip a book. I don't have to read anything. And a challenge card. So this one is the up, up, down, down Uno deck. And I'm really excited. They've been playing Uno, the party. So I've been watching it and it's made me really want to use this again. So that's why I'm doing this. So the challenge card is special for this deck, which essentially I am going to do it as it cancels out a +2 or a +4 card if I get one of those. So if I get a +2 or a +4 wild, the challenge card will cancel that out. And if I don't get a card or anything, it will just be read whatever I want. if I don't get like a +2 or a +4. And yeah. And then I am not going to go through the prompts for each color. As I said, they have Post-its on it, and it will tell me what prompts it is. I also wrote them down in my Always Fully Booked thing, so they're just on here. Oh, I forgot to mention, if I get 5 or more of the same color, I will have to add a book. And yeah, so that's what those are pretty much the overview and the rules. So let's see how many cards I have to draw for January. I'm gonna roll my D12, and it is 12. I'm gonna get the cards ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they're all ready. Card number 1 is a Kindle new release. It's a green 9, which is Kindle, and that means new release. So the D12 landed on 12 bucks, and for card number 1, I got a green 9, which is a Kindle new release. And for this one, I am going to be reading Someone to Love by Kelly Elliott. This is the 4th and final book in the Seaside Chronicles series, and this comes out on January 3rd, so it'll be one of the first books I read in the new year, and I'm super excited to read this. Card number 2 is a pink 9, and it's KU, so like a TBR vet. So this could be one that I have physically, and I want to listen to the audio or get the Kindle book from Kindle Unlimited, that sort of thing, or just one that I've had. I do have a wish list of Kindle Unlimited books, so I may pick one of those too. Card number 2 was a pink 9, which is Kindle Unlimited, and it's a TBR vet from Kindle Unlimited. So I looked at my Kindle Unlimited wish list off of Amazon, and the book I picked I added back in 2019. So I'm counting it as a TBR vet, and that is Voyager or Voyage. I never know how to say that. Sorry, by Fiona Cole. And this is book 1 in the series. Hello Lovely did Liar, which is like book number 3 or 4 in the series. So I would like to read this series. This is a teacher-student story, and yeah, I'm pretty sure age gap, obviously, forbidden, taboo, all the things I love. So I'm counting it for TBR vet. Card number 3 is a purple 4, and that is a physical book box, and that's Bookworm box. Card number 3 was a purple 4, which is a physical or bookworm book subscription box, and this one is for bookworm box. And I have my bag here with all of my unread bookworm boxes books, and I'm just gonna pick one, and gonna be this one, and it is Submerged by Lacey Black. Okay, I don't know if this is the first book in the series. If this is not the first book in the series, I will read the first book in the series. So whatever this one is, I will read that. Card number 4 is a 7 and it is to redraw. So I am just gonna do this, and it is a 6, purple 6, which is book box physical, and that's Hello Lovely book box. Card number 4 was a 7, and for 7s you redraw, so the one I redrawed was a purple 6, which is Hello Lovely. And just like my bookworm box, I do have all of my Hello Lovely books in here. And I'm just going to pick one. This one fell out, but I don't want that one. And this is Shameless by Lex Martin. Okay, awesome. One of my newer ones. So, yeah. Card number 5 is a pink one, and that is part of a series from Kindle Limited. Card number 5 was a pink one, which is a KU book that is part of a series, and for this one it's perfect, and I am going to read Stay Tonight, which is book number 3 in the Kincaid Brothers series by Kaylee Ryan. This comes out on January 10th, and I was planning on reading it anyways for KU, so it worked out perfectly, and I'm super excited to read this, and yeah, super excited to read this one. Card number 6 is a pink skip, so I don't have to read a book. Card number 6 was a pink skip, so no books for this one. Card number 7 is a blue 5, which is an audiobook, and it's a TBR vet. Card number 7 was a blue 5, which is an audiobook TBR vet, and for this one I am going to be reading The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Miriada Zapata. I'm probably one of the only romance readers that actually read romance a lot that has not read this. I know this one is very popular. I just haven't read it, which is surprising because I love sports romances too. So yeah, so this one's gonna be done. And yeah, I have not loved all of her books. I think I usually give them like 3 stars. Um, I'm not the hugest fan of slow burn, which most of her books are, so that's why. But this one has a chance of being one of my favorites by her because it is a sports romance, and as I said, I love sports romances. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. Card number 8 is a green reversed, which is a Kindle TBR redo. So I'll just pick a Kindle book that has been on a previous TBR and have not read, and read it. Card number 8 was a green reverse, which is a Kindle TBR redo. And for this one, I watched my February TBR game for 2022. And the first book I saw that I have not read was Crave Me by M. Robertson. This is the 4th and final book in the Good Old Boys series, and I still haven't read it. So it's on here, and hopefully I will get this one done and read it. Card number 9 is a TBR vet, another audio TBR vet. Card number 9 was a blue 5, which is again an audio TBR vet. And for this one, I'm actually going to pull from my little baggie. So these are all of the Audible books I have not listened to. There's a lot, so most of these will be TBR vets probably, but if it's a newer one I bought, that's fine, because I got a lot. So I want this one. I pulled two. So okay, so this is My Soul to Keep by Kennedy Ryan. You can't really see that. And the other one, just out of curiosity, is Contracted by Mira Mann. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna read My Soul to Keep by Kennedy Ryan. Yeah, this is one of the newer ones I bought in February of 2022, so it's not a huge TBR bet, but I'm still gonna count it. Card number 10 is a new to me author. It's a purple 2, which is a new to me author, a physical or book box. Card number 10 is a purple 2, which is a physical or book box book, and that is a new to me author. And for this one, I am going to be reading Looking to Score by Alice. This is book 1 in the hashtag U of J book number 1. She is going to be at Wild and Windy in May, and I would like to read this. This was a romance reveal book, so, and it's also physical, so it counts. But this is a sports romance, and that's all I know. I've been really wanting to read this and just haven't picked it up. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to read. Card number 11 is 8, a green 8, and that is Wild and Windy TBR, a Kendall Wild and Windy TBR. Okay, so I just have to pick one of the books that I want to read for Wild and Windy. That's a Kendall book. Card number 11 was a green 8, and that is a Kendall from my Wild and Windy TBR. So this one I am going to be reading Wild by Makalia Smeltzer. This is book 1 in the Wild series. So this one will sort of be a reread because this one has been out. She just is re-releasing the series and editing. So it's a little like there's gonna be new stuff. But this one is sort of a reread for Wild Collision, I think. But regardless, I'm gonna read it. This comes out on the 26th of January. I'm sure I'll get my arc at some point in January. So yes. And she's gonna be at Wild and Windy, and I'm so excited to meet her finally. If you watch this channel, you know she's like my favorite author, and I'm very excited to be able to meet her. So yes, this one I'm very much looking forward to. Card number 12 is a green +2, and that is also my 5th green card, so I have to add another one. So let's just do the +2 and then I'll do my punishment. So 1, 2, okay, and then the first card from the +2 is a audiobook new to me author. And then the second one is just a mood read. Okay, not too bad for that. Card number 12 was a +2. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it by card number. So card number 12 was a +2, so I don't have to pick any books. I just had to draw 2 more books. So card number 13 was a blue 2, which is audiobook, and it's a new to me author. And for this one, I am going to be reading Hate by Tate James. I have pretty much all of Tate James' books on audio from the sale in February. Have not read one of them. So, yes, this one is book one in the Madison Kate series. This is a reverse harem. I don't know anything else other than, yeah. So, this is what I'm going to read for New to Me author. Card number 14, I got A Wild, which is just a mood read. And for this one, I am going to be reading Jasper Vale by Denby Perry. This is the fourth book in the Eden series. This one comes out on January 31st. So even if I finish this on the 1st of February, I am still counting this one as read because it comes out on the 31st. And I know I'm going to read it. I may finish it on the 1st, but I will have started it in January. So I'm going to count this one as read if I start it on January 31st, which I plan on doing. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. As I said, this is the fourth book in the Eden series. And yeah, I read pretty much everything that Denby Perry writes. So, yeah. And card number 15, because this was our punishment, is going to be this one, and it's a pink +2. And so 1, 2, okay. And the first one is a Kindle new release, green number 9, and then a +2. 1, 2. And the first one was a Kindle Unlimited new to me author and a Kindle Unlimited reverse card. Okay, I will probably have to do one more punishment for the pinks, but I will do that in a second. Card number 15, which was my punishment card for having 5 grains, I think it was. Yeah. So I got a +2. So it added a few more cards, but this was my punishment for getting 5 grains. Card number 16 is a green 9, which is a Kindle new release. And for this one doesn't have the cover on Goodreads, but it's gonna be Wish by Cambria Herbert. This is the third book in the Wingspan series, and I'm so excited to read this one. This one I'm really excited. This one might be my most anticipated in January, because this one follows, this is another male book by her, and I just love her male books. And this one, you've been seeing a little bit of this couple throughout the other 2 books, and I'm so excited. Like, yeah, no, and this one comes out on the 10th, and I will be reading this on the 10th. And I'm super excited to read this one. Card number 17 was a +2. So added 2 more books to my cards, or to my TBR. So card number 18 was a pink 2, which is a KU new to me author. And I actually have this physically, so I'm going to count it because I will probably get it on KU to read it. And this is The Love of My Next Life by Britt Benson. This is the Hello Lovely version. And oh, excuse me, I'm very excited to read this. And yeah, I know the second book just recently came out, so I might also read that if I need to. But yeah, this is new to me author. Card number 19 was a pink reverse card, and for this one, a KU. I'm gonna read Ivy by Willa Nash, aka Demby Perry. I have this one on audiobook, and this is the only book by her that I have not read. I just haven't got around to it. Um, this is a romantic suspense one, and it's a thick book, but I'm very excited to read this. I just haven't got around to it. I have checked it out a few times, planning on reading it, and then just never get around to it. So that's why I'm counting it as a TBR redo. Um, so yeah.
Card number 20. And it is a anthology, a Kindle anthology. It's a green 3. Okay, so that is the last card I am drawing, and I am good.
And card number 20, which was a punishment for getting more than 5 pinks, was a green 3, and this is a Kindle anthology. I have a lot of anthologies on my Kindle, like way too many. Um, so I'm just gonna pick one randomly throughout the month, and try to read it. My goal is maybe to read like a story every day if I pick a short story one or something like that. I don't know. But as I said, I have a lot, so I don't know which one I'm gonna lean towards. So this one's just um, anyone's guess because I don't know what it is. But yeah, so those are all of the books for my Uno chooses my TBR for January. I do have a few more reading plans that I want to do throughout the month for January that weren't able to do on this, but I'm gonna make a separate TBR, and one might be a secret TBR. So yeah, but I'm very excited to read all of those books, and hopefully you guys enjoy this new TBR game. And as I said, I may tweak some rules around as we go on, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I got 20 cards, um, but only 16 books I have to read, which is not too bad. And like 4 of them were new releases that I was planning on reading anyways. So it's not too bad. That's only like 12 ones that I weren't like really 12 books. And a lot of books I've been wanting to read and been meaning to read, so that's good. Um, so yeah. Um, what are you reading for January? And if you've read any of these books, which one should I pick up first? And I'll see everyone later. Bye.